Your daughter brings a casserole to your condo every Sunday, and every Sunday she carries it through the door the way you'd carry medicine to a patient. Tonight, she also brought printouts. Dad, we found some programs for seniors on fixed incomes. There's no shame in it. Your son, on the couch, doesn't look up from his phone. The heating bill alone in this building, Dad. You should have kept the house. You thank her for the casserole. You say you'll look at the printouts. You will not look at the printouts. Because here's what your children don't know, what they've never thought to ask. The man they're managing has $1.4 million quietly working across 3 accounts, a paid-off condo, and a Social Security check he mostly doesn't spend. Your kids think you're struggling in retirement. You let them believe it, and by the end of this dinner, you'll remember exactly why. To be fair, you built the disguise yourself. The old sedan, the same 6 shirts, the coupons, which, for the record, you genuinely enjoy. When you sold the house at 68, the whole family read it one way. Dad's downsizing because he has to. Nobody asked what the house sold for. Nobody asked where it went. Grief has a way of ending conversations before math can start them. And you noticed something in the months after, something you couldn't unsee. Everyone relaxed around you. The son-in-law stopped performing his promotions. Your son asked you to look at his truck instead of hiding that it rattled. The grandkids climbed on you like furniture, because furniture doesn't judge. Being the broke one turned out to be a passport into everyone's honest life. Rich relatives get respect. Poor ones get truth. You did the math on which one you'd rather have at 70. It wasn't close. Halfway through the casserole, your son puts down his fork, and you know the look. He's been rehearsing in the car. Dad, me and Sarah talked. We want to start covering your condo fee. $200 a month from us, $200 from her. Silence at the table. Your daughter's eyes go glassy. She's proud of him, this boy who once borrowed $60 twice a month, now offering to carry his father. And you sit there holding a fork over a casserole, absorbing the full ridiculous beauty of the moment. Your children, mortgages, daycare bills, one busted transmission between them, voting to give you money you could buy their houses with. Every instinct says, tell them, end the theater. And then you look at your son's face, and you see what this offer is to him, the proudest sentence he's ever said. He's not rescuing you. He's becoming the man he hopes he is. Some gifts, you realize, are for the giver. You clear your throat. Let me think about it, you say. That means a lot. It's not even a lie. You've asked yourself, some nights, if the silence is a kind of lying. Here's the answer you've landed on. You watched what the number did to other families. Your friend Walt told his kids about the $900,000, and by Christmas, the conversations had line items in them. The loans that weren't quite loans, the daughter-in-law's business plan, the long silences over who got what and when. Walt's money didn't ruin his kids. It just entered the room before he did. Every time. Forever. You wanted something rarer than gratitude. You wanted to know, for certain, that when your son shovels your walk in January, it's for the man, not the estate. The silence isn't a wall, it's a filter. And every Sunday, what comes through the filter is clean. Casserole, complaints about the Cowboys, your granddaughter's terrible knock-knock jokes, love with no invoice attached. The printouts on the counter, senior assistance programs, collected by a daughter on her lunch break for a father she thinks is drowning. Those aren't an insult. Read correctly, they're the whole inheritance already paid. It's not that the money sits idle, it works, the way you like work done, quietly without a name tag. The scholarship your granddaughter won for camp last summer came from a fund with a boring name you set up through the community foundation. The transmission that got fixed for suspiciously little. The shop owner owed you nothing, but the $1,100 you slipped him settled the difference before your son ever saw the real bill. Your church's roof, the food pantry's freezer, the library's large print section that appeared the year your eyes started aging, all funded by a resident, an anonymous donor, a friend of the program. There's a version of generosity that needs an audience, and there's the kind you learned from compounding itself, invisible, patient, and somehow larger because nobody's watching it. The will is written. The lawyer has instructions. One day they'll know everything all at once, with a letter you've rewritten 11 times. The first line hasn't changed in years. You never needed to know because you never made me need to tell you. After dinner, your son walks you to your car, the old sedan he's offered 3 times to help you replace. Tonight, he pats the roof and says, "She's still running, huh?" And you say what you always say, "She'll outlast me." He laughs. Then, at the door, he hugs you. A real one, 2 seconds longer than usual. the pride of the condo fee offer still on him like cologne. And driving home, you run tonight's version of the test you've run for 6 years. Did anyone at that table want anything from you except your company? No. Did anyone perform? No. Did your granddaughter fall asleep on your arm because it was an arm, not a branch of the family bank? Yes. The test comes back the way it always comes back. Whatever the accounts say, this is the balance you check on Sunday nights. It has never once gone down. At home, you put the leftovers in the fridge and pick up the printouts your daughter made. Senior assistance programs, heating help, a food co-op with a sliding scale. You read every page, every single page, because she highlighted things, and a man should honor his daughter's highlighter. Then you fold the papers carefully and put them in the junk drawer, next to the other things you keep and don't use. Tomorrow, the dividends land, the way they land every quarter, quiet as snow. Next Sunday, there will be another casserole, another round of advice you don't need from people you couldn't love more. Let them believe it. Belief is doing more for this family than the truth ever could. You turn off the kitchen light. Somewhere across town, your son is telling his wife, "I think Dad's going to let us help." He's right. He just doesn't know he's been helping for years.